So I need to hear you guys. Handa na ba kayong mag-imbestiga, mag-analyze at mag-solve ng mga kaso sa loob ng Clark University? Kaya naman, are you guys ready to open the case? Kaya niyo pa. Alam kong nag-lunch tayo lahat. Are you guys ready to open the case? Awesome! Kaya ladies and gentlemen, today we begin an investigation. We uncover the mystery and together we solve the case. This is Project Loki. And sa inyo, I can see all of your phones up. When you do post online your videos or pictures, please do use our official hashtags for today. Yan ang hashtag Project Loki, hashtag Project Loki Media Conference, hashtag Viva1, hashtag Studio Viva, hashtag Bida Ka Dito, hashtag Signal Play, hashtag MQuest Ventures. Ayan, medyo marami-rami. So please do help us get the word out there about Project Loki. At syempre, oras para pasalamatan ang ating mga sponsors for today. Nandyan, of course, ang Viva Cafe. Thank you so much. Ang ating media partners, ang PBO, una ka rito, Viva Cinema, masayang balik-balikan, TNC, Tagalize Movie Channel, Celestial Movies Pinoy, the biggest star, the biggest blockbuster, at ang Sari Sari Channel. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. At syempre, nais din nating pasalamatan ang mga kaibigan natin from Signal Play. I know they're all here. Nandiyan of course ang ating Chief Revenue Officer ng Signal, Gerard L. Milan is here. Hello, hello. Ayan. Okay. Of course, ang ating mga VIPs from Signal, Jeffrey Remigio, Head of MQAA. At syempre, ang ating mga friends from Webtoon Productions. Ang Development Executive for APAC Webtoon Productions, Mr. Ryan Benitez. Ang ating Content Specialist, Ms. Mitch Yabut. Welcome, welcome, of course, to our Marketing Coordinator, Ms. Angela Almonte. At syempre, ang ating Webpad Philippines Content Specialist, Audrin Rivera. Maraming salamat po sa inyong walang sawang suporta. At alam namin gusto nyo nang makasama, mag-solve ng mysteries kasama ang QED Club. Kaya naman, ito po, we are excited to present to you the visualizer of Project Loki.
Excuse me, dito po ba yung QED Club?
You're familiar with the English alphabet, and you know how to read. The answer to your question is on.
Lovely. The visualizer is visualizing, di ba? Siyempre, makikilala din natin ang ating cast in just a little bit. But for now, allow me to acknowledge once again our VIPs from Signal Play. Of course, we have Gerard L. Milan, our Chief Revenue Officer ng Signal. Sienna Olaso, our FVP, Head of Channel and Content Management and Operations. Jeffrey Remigio, Head of MQAA. And also our friends from Webtoon Production. Ang Development Executive for APAC, Mr. Ryan Benitez, Ms. Mitch Yabut, ang ating Content Specialist, Ms. Angela Almonte, Marketing Coordinator at Webpad Philippines Content Specialist, Audrin Rivera. Muli, maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta. All right, now before we dive into the story, let us take a moment to meet the person behind it. The visionary who sparked the mystery and built the world of Project Loki. Kaya kilala natin siya bilang Ako si Ibarra sa Wattpad, the author of Project Loki at mga spin-off novels nito like Moriarty, QED University at marami pang iba. From a story that captured millions to a series that will keep us all on the edge of our seats. Dahil isa sa mga pinaka-iconic ng kwento ay finally mapapanood natin brought to life on Viva One and Signal Play. Kaya naman, let's all give a warm welcome to the creator and author of Project Loki, Ako si Ibarra. Hello, ako si Ibarra. Hello, magandang tanghali. Of course, makakausap natin ang author later during our media conference. Alright, ngayon naman, from actor, host, and performer, he has done it all. And now, he takes the spotlight behind the camera. As a filmmaker and director, he has helmed projects like Tabon at the 2019 Cinemalaya, the comedy movie Hello Universe, at hit horror film Kumantong. His eye for storytelling and passion for filmmaking continues to inspire. At ngayon, he takes on a major milestone in his directorial journey dahil siya ang gagabay at magdadala sa isa sa mga pinaka-inaabangang Wattpad adaptations. Ladies and gentlemen, the director of Project Loki, Direct Sian Lim! Ayan, bigyan natin ng mic si Direct.
Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Once again, thank you so much for giving the time, giving your Thursday sa amin, sa lahat ng sa lahat ng mga supporters, of course, of Project Loki, and sa lahat ng mga supporters ng respective artists natin ngayon. So just to quickly say na everyone's been working really hard for this. Halos pakumbulsyon na kaming lahat for Project Loki. Alang-alang po to give justice and to give it our all para sa proyekto na to. So I hope you guys enjoy. This night is para po sa inyong lahat to enjoy our product, which is Project Loki. Thank you.
Thank you, Direct Sian, dashing as always. Okay, at alam namin gusto nyo nang makita muli ang cast. Kaya wag na natin patagalin pa, tawagin na natin ang magbibigay buhay sa Project Loki. Ready na ba kayo, guys? Yes, I know. Ako excited na rin ako kanina pa. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Love Yauco, playing the role of Margaret Fernandez. Ivan Lim as Bastian Montreal. Joanna Lara, playing the role of Rhea de los Reyes. Michael Keith as Rai Rubio, and Kurt de los Reyes as Stein Alberts. Of course, we have also on the cast Ashley Diaz as Rosetta Rodriguez. Alright, thank you guys. We will have a full photo opportunity with everybody later on. For now, you may take your seats. Now, next up, he is more than just a friend. He is Lorelei's protector since childhood. Sa kanyang pagsali sa QED Club, masusubukan kung hanggang saan ang kaya nito to protect his best friend. I'm presenting to you our Alistair Ravenna. Let us welcome Martin Venegas. Take your spot in the middle. Of course, we have Alistair Ravenna right here, ladies and gentlemen. Great stuff. Maraming salamat po. Ang susunod, from drama club star to QED club member. She remembers everything but hides more than she shows. Playing the role of Jamie Santiago. Give it up for Yumi Garcia. Thank you. Talagang napabighani mo kami dyan. Yumi, ang susunod, he is Loki's older brother. Cold and distant. Their relationship is strained, yet nothing he does is without purpose. Playing the role of Luthor Mendes. Give it up for Marco Gallo. Thank you, Margo. I can see you're in character there already. Okay, she is a singer, songwriter, and a total performer. And now, ready to conquer the screen with her Viva One debut, the mysterious new girl at Clark U na magiging puso ng QED Club kahit she has lots of secrets to hide. Playing Lorelai Rios, make some noise for singer and songwriter, showbiz royalty, and now also a young actress. Ladies and gentlemen, Jayda Avanzado. Beautiful. Strut it, you know you got it. All right. Ang susunod po, ito na, he is a fast-rising young actor na unang minahal ng fans sa seducing Drake Palma. At ngayon, he's taking on a new challenge, stepping into a world full of mystery, secrets, and danger. Malalaman natin soon kung ano-anong mga mysteries ang kahaharapan ni Loki. Playing the leader of QED Club, Loki Mendes. Give it up for Dylan Menor. Alright, ano kaya mysteries ang haharapin? Ayan, I had to correct myself there. Okay, now let's have a group photo with everybody. Of course, our author, our director, our cast, please form a line here. I believe we will have a stage director. Of course, please follow the directions of Sir Pats. And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the faces behind the mystery, the thrill, and the story. We've all been waiting for, of course, the cast of Project Loki. Alright, so para we have a unified gaze, ladies and gentlemen, tingin lang po tayo towards the center of the room. We are also live right now on Viva One Facebook at ang ating TikTok Live. Alright, maraming salamat po. To the left naman, for our dear friends here from the media, thank you so much for always gracing us with your presence. Thank you so much. And finally, towards the right side naman po of the room, to our dear friends, ang ating mga supporters. Thank you so much. Okay, maraming salamat po. You may now take your seats. Meron pa po tayong isang opportunity for a group photo. Mamaya lang. At we've revealed our cast. We've introduced the trailer, our visualizer. So ngayon naman, we do have a poster reveal dito po sa ating kanan. I know you guys are all excited to see this as well. For that, let's invite, of course, Jayda, Marco, and Dylan para sa ating poster reveal. Lapit lang po tayo towards yung nakatakip dyan. Let's make this moment extra special at sabay-sabay nating i-reveal ang poster. Alright, even Garcia is like, what is the poster? Alright, on the count of 5, sabay-sabay nating bubuksan yan, alright? Help me count, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, let's have a photo lang po beside the poster and later pakinggan natin what does Jayda, Marco, and Dylan think about the poster? For now, please, eyes here, everybody. Syempre, ngayon lang din natin i-reveal. Later, we will be launching it on social media, so please share it, guys. Get the word out there. All right, what do you guys think of the poster?
Sick.
It's sick, man. Jayda.
I am absolutely blown away. I mean, props to the editing team behind it.
Maraming salamat. How about you, Dylan?
It's beautiful. Cinematic. Cinema.
It's cinema. All right, maraming salamat. You may now take your seats, guys. Ayan po. Please do help us share ang ating poster on all social media platforms. Let's get the word out there, ladies and gentlemen. Maraming salamat po. Now we dive into our Q&A. So a few reminders for our dear friends of the press who will be participating. One question lang po per media outlet, as we do have a long list na magtatanong. Thank you so much. Also, we will only answer questions related to the series. Alright, so as always, let us maintain a happy and stress-free atmosphere. Maraming salamat po. Okay, so our first batch of press na magtatanong, we have Bobby Requentina, Bernard Santos, Jojo Panaligan, followed by Sab Santos. For now, let's hear from Manila Bulletin. Bobby Requentina, you have the floor.
Okay, good afternoon and congratulations to the new project, Project Loki. Kay Direk muna Direk, third directorial job, tama ba? Third, pangatlo na to.
For films. For films,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, so, kumusta naman po working with the younger stars na halos kasing edad mo lang naman sila?
Yeah, thank you for that.
And, ihabol ko lang ito. Gaano po siya ka-faithful sa Wattpad series na
Unahin ko na po kung gaano ka-faithful yung adaptation po namin ng Project Loki. Ano po, we do our best to make it 100% accurate po talaga. While we are shooting, we cross-check all the time sa libro. Even if it's written there, we make it a point with the whole team na, check natin. And it's a very collaborative process din po with all the artists and with Rain. Kunwari merong mga mababago na eksena, dadaan muna yan kay Rain. Nasa kanya yung thumbs up, thumbs down. Malalaman muna niya lahat yun. And of course, sa kanilang lahat po, they're such a joy to work with. Yan po yung masasabi ko. Kasi iba yung binibigay nilang energy sa set. I would say na para lang po kami mga bata na naglalaro ng mga mamahaling mga gamit. Kumbaga, ganun po yung vibe. And they're very enthusiastic. Each and every single one of them. Mahirap man yung eksena. Last night we finished at around, sabihin na natin, 12 o'clock from Laguna. Pero nakangiti pa rin lahat, nag-aantayan, umuwi, alam mo, ganun po siya. So it's such a blessing to be in everyone's presence here. And I hope maramdaman niyo rin po yan while watching the final product ng Project Loki. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
thank you Direk and thank you Phoebe.
Maraming salamat po. Now, moving on to my movie world, Bernard Santos.
Hello guys, good afternoon. My questions is for the QED members, Dylan, Jayda, Marco, Yumi, and Martin. Since the series is about discovering and investigating, personally, ano na yung mga na-discover nyo with each other while filming this series?
Okay, I'll start. As always. Anyway, ako siguro, what's been really exciting about this project is, I feel like every day is really such a new day, and I feel like we're always constant. It's a constant learning process and it's a teaching set. So in terms of what we discover about each other, ako personally, yung pinaka nakaka-eksena ko would be si Dylan. And na-discover ko talaga na he's very giving as a co-actor. And he's very emotionally sensitive. And I think it really helps pagdating sa dynamic ni Lori and Loki, lalo na sa first half nitong series na to. Because we get to see how their relationship progresses all throughout the story. And ako, personally, I really enjoy what each character brings out in me as Lorelai, magkaiba talaga yung bawat dynamic. Like for example, me and Marco as Luther. I think he brings out yung curiosity ni Lorelai, may sense of mystery kasi si Luther na that he's able to bring to the table. So things like that. And I'm yet to shoot with both Yumi and Martin, but we're about to shoot together very soon. And I can imagine it would be the same. Kasi I must say, like everybody on this project is equally committed to imbibing yung mga characters namin and para we're able to bring them to life in the best way possible, most faithful to the book adaptation. So yun, I would say na it's a constant discovery, little quirks, and also we all work the same. We all work differently. We all have our own techniques and approaches when it comes to acting, but ultimately it all comes together and we all complement each other.
For me naman, since tuloy-tuloy na yung taping namin for like how many weeks? 2 or 3 weeks? Sunod-sunod na. So, mostly ang nakaka-eksena ko is si Lori and si Marco. I haven't shoot that much pa with Jamie and Martin, pero sobrang nilolook forward ko din po yung mga shooting days namin. And so far, with Lori, grabe. Just like what she said, sobrang galing din niyang co-actor. Kumbaga, nakakatulong yung paglalabas niya ng character niya sa character ko. So lumalabas talaga si Loki, for me at least, dahil she's a good actor and I'm just very thankful for that. And with Marco naman, since he is very, kumbaga, grabe yung power niya sa Project Loki. So nafe-feel ko din yung tension namin between the two of us. And ayun, I'm just very excited na makita nyo na ma-portray namin each and every one of us yung mga characters na gagawin namin for Project Loki. Ayun po. Marco.
To be fair, I've only had like a very few taping days with Dylan and Jayda and Derek. It's been really interesting though because aside from the set looking really particular and the cinematography as well, which is new to me because we were trying different shots, ano mga po yun, parang may ibang lente na tinatry para may effect. And to me, that's beautiful because finally we're bringing something new to the Philippines. And it made me want to go to work, you know, and seeing Jayda, seeing Dylan, that they're so invested in it. Of course, the pressure is there to keep it up and you know, be able to deliver in the scene. I remember there was this scene that, for some reason, I was just so nervous because I have to be authoritative, and I couldn't. That day, I just felt nervous. And then I remember we were doing this scene, and then my legs were shaking. And I was like, oh my god, I can't stop. You know, and it took me a while, I started mumbling. But then again, everybody is very light at work, which is nice to have and honestly rare to find because in this business, there's a lot of drama on set and everyone was just able to do it right, you know, keep it peaceful and fun.
How about Yumi and Martin?
Good afternoon po. Yun nga, sabi, since di pa kami nagsistart sa, I mean OBB. Pero na-feel na namin yung vibe ng set na sobrang cool, tsaka yung mga DOP. And kahit wala pa kami tapings actually, nag-aano kami, ito kami QED. Pero ko pag nag-start na tayo sa QED 4, parang hindi na ganun tahirap magkapaan. Kasi alam na namin ang isa't isa yung ugali namin.
Group chat pa tayo.
Ha?
May group chat pa tayo.
May group chat pa kami. So yun, ito si Jayda. She's my best friend kami dun sa Loki. Parang nag-treat each other na kami as best friends eh. Na pag nagra-rant siya, pag pagod siya sa taping, gano'n, kaya na, gano'n. Basahin mo lang yung script, gano'n. Supportado kami sa'yo, gano'n. Well, hindi lang naman sa akin, sa amin lahat. Nagko-comfort kami pagod kami sa work namin. Yeah, yun lang. Yumi.
Hello po.
kasi actually sobrang excited ko na din po talaga mag-start yung first day sa shooting po namin. And ayun, more time to prepare. More time for preparation sa character. So, ayun po. Lang.
Thank you. Thank you, Phoebe.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Next up, from Rider PH Studios, we have Jojo Mananigan.
Thanks, Phoebe. Question ko kay, ako si Ibarra. Paano ini-elevate ni Direk Sian yung project Loki lalo at ginagawa niya ito sa ibang medium? Ano ang nagustuhan mo sa style niya at basa niya sa iyong likha?
Thank you for that wonderful question. I think that Direk Zian is really committed to giving a different take dito sa pagkaka-direct and pagkaka-feel ng Project Loki. I hope it's okay to say this, but I watched some of the clips and I was amazed by the techniques that were used during the filming, and ano pa lang yun, hindi pa siya fully polished, so doon pa lang parang na-amaze na ako. And I look forward to watching yung final product and for everyone to see yung different take talaga. As in, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But I think it will be interesting to watch the series, and I hope that it will bring something new to the Philippine media industry once it's out.
Thank you, Direk. Pwede po kayo mag-react sa sinabi.
Gusto ko lang pong sabihin na yun yung nabanggit ni Marco, nabanggit ni Rain. Lahat naman po ito, we're giving credit to the world that Rain built. This playground that he built for us. And of course, yung mga players, the millions of players that are nag-anticipate nitong project na to. And just to quickly add lang po yung parang bago na gusto namin ibigay dito sa project Loki. It's really all because of the hardworking actors you have here. Kasi hindi naman siya, paano ba? Mahirap kasi siyang gawin to, add your extra creativity, to add extra juice, or to add style to the project. Pero dahil nga sobrang committed nilang lahat, maski paguran na sila, may isang eksena na iiyak na si Jayda, ako na lang naaawa, pati si Loki, parang, or even si Marco, parang antok na sila, pero sige, okay lang, natin, let's polish it pa, let's polish it more. So, yeah, it's all props to all of them, kasi they're very enthusiastic and they're very, kumbaga yun nga, committed in their role and dito sa proyekto. Thank you po, Sir Jojo.
Thank you. Last question ko for Jayda, Dylan. Meron ba kayong ganun pala yun moment in doing a mystery instead of just watching it?
That's a good question. Yes, there are multiple moments, and I want to take this opportunity to really highlight the crew and the production team behind Project Loki. And lalo na our cinematographer, our DOP, si DJ Mariano, he really deserves a round of applause. And props to him kasi I would say that ang hirap i-execute po talaga yung ng project na to. It's very technical, and one thing that I can say is everybody's committed to, giving a quality show. So I think, seeing the process of dun pa lang from the production design and how the sets are built. Ako personally, yun parang, ay, ganun pala yun. Because I think for me, lalo na in terms of my acting career, this is my second project. I think this is probably the first time I've been immersed into a project where I really felt like every moment I stepped on set, I felt like I was really stepping into the world of it. And I think nakatulong yun sa akin po bilang artista na every time I stepped onto set, it really felt like a different world. Like I didn't feel like I was playing Jayda. I really felt I was Lorelai, and especially with the characters that I was interacting with. So yun, I would say that. And also, lalo na in terms of ito, in the more technical stuff, dun pa lang sa sa fake blood. We also deal with prosthetics on the show. Not to spoil too much, but yeah, I'm supposed to be doing a scene with prosthetics soon, so that will be a first for me. So just all of those little things na ako, lalo na yung nanay ko, like growing up, mahilig po talaga siya sa mga crime shows and documentaries and things like that. Like, favorite pastime namin yung manood ng mga ganyan. So it's cool to be part of that process, and I understand that as an actor, not everybody gets the opportunity to be a part of something as detailed and as this. So yeah, I personally feel really grateful for it.
I agree with you, Jayda. Dun sa visualizer, yung look ng show, it's very expensive.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I really want to give it back to the production team behind it. They really deserve all their flowers, and that as your Garcia. Like really direct. This is, I mean, at the end of the day, I'll say this, and I'll say it time and time again. We wouldn't be able to do this without you helming this with this ship. You really are the leader of this project. So please, he deserves a round of applause.
Yeah.
Ang ganda ng sagot ni Jayda, parang okay na kami ni Mark.
Ayun, may ganun pala moments.
Yes, pero I agree with Jayda. Just like what she said on the intro part of what she said. Na-appreciate ko rin yung props ng production, yung cinematography ni directly, and of course, yung directing ni Garcia. And just as an actor kasi, malaking bagay if you observe each and every sequence, each and every scene, each and every investigation. As in, you look for every object, every person, every scenario. Ang laking bagay nun if you give life to it, and you would actually feel that you are actually inside the investigation and you're actually solving it. So, dahil kay Direk, mas nagbubuhayan lahat ng nakikita namin. So, mas nafe-feel namin, and with that, lalabas din siya, magpo-portray din siya on screen, diba? So, yun yung pinakamaganda. I mean, yun yung isa sa mga pinaka-appreciate ko. And just like what you said yung sa teaser, it's beautiful. Grabe yung pagkakagawa. Kasi lahat, editing, cinematography, directing, and of course, the story. Such a beautiful masterpiece. Yun lang po, thank you.
Honestly, I mean, yeah, like Jayda really said it all. Siguro ang ma-add ko na lang, ang sayang umarte kapag may budget yung production. Ganda na. Kasi punta ka sa trabaho, gaganahan ka. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright, thank you so much. Great question, Sir Jojo. And now we have Sab Santos, a TikTok content creator.
Hello, good afternoon. So, yung question ko is for the main cast and our director. Is there a pressure on how the story will be perceived by the general public? Since mystery thriller and may solving cases siya na genre, it's not the usual na rom-com or romance. Meron bang pressure on that part na hindi nakasanayan ng tao?
Ako talaga yung spokesperson.
Ladies
Okay. Well, personally, I think yes, we can all agree na there is that pressure. Ako, lalo na po siguro, since lahat naman po kami, we did our homework, we've read the books, and we understand na grabe yung world na binild ni Rain dito for the Project Loki universe. And of course, at the end of the day, lalo na, I can speak for myself that as a Wattpad reader ever since, and just a reader in general, and seeing live adaptations for books, I understand how much that means to the fans. And I think at the end of the day, yung pressure really comes from wanting to give back to them for, giving so much love, not only to the book, pero lalo na when we did the cast reveal. And and I also want to take this moment to really say thank you to Rain for really galvanizing this to the fan base, and for introducing us and welcoming us with open arms dito sa project na to. And ayun, I think dun nang gagaling personally yung kaba. Kasi we all have the same goal here. We want this to be a good show. We want it to be faithful. We want it to connect with people. And it really lies there, personally for me. But it's a good kind of pressure kasi every day on set, we're never complacent. Like, we're always striving to improve and make each day better. We're always inspired to keep pushing ourselves to be better as a unit, as the Project Loki family.
And also just to add sa sinabi ni Jayda, yes, definitely nandiyan yung pressure. And before starting Project Loki, I had a talk with each and every one of the actors. Sabi ko, sige, as we read all the chapters sa book, let's read then at the same time all the comments. Kasi it's very important to know the side of, of the readers then of what they're looking forward to, diba? So that's that. We got that out of the way na parang, okay, ito may mga 1,000 comments dito. Gets. We understand that people are really looking forward to this. And at the same time, like right now, as we shoot, the players have been really patient. Dahil sa, alam naman nila to, hindi naman namin tinatago sa kanila na ang dami talagang pinagdaanan ng proyekto. And they're always there to, kumbaga, para ipagtanggol along with our authors, na ipagtanggol na, things are happening for a reason and para ito sa ikagaganda ng proyekto. So yun lang, that's what's anchoring us. Maski pagod na kami, maski, nawawala lahat ng pagod at puyat at dugo at iyak. Marinig lang yung mga positive, all the positive feedback that's all bringing us together at the same time.
Yeah, I think Jayda and Garcia said it all. Pero just to answer your question, yes po, hindi rin po naman naiiwasan din yung pressure. But at least it's good pressure for each and every one of us. And all I can add is just that we've been doing our best and we will always do our best para ma-meet ang mga expectations nyo, di ba? And what else? Ang ganda na sa ganda. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, maraming salamat po. Now, moving on to batch 2. Today we have Tessa Mauricio, Angelica Villanueva, Jezreel Eli, and Nurse Almo. Okay, we do have a long list. Thank you so much. Now, from Manila Times, we have Tessa Mauricio.
Thank you. My question's for Dylan, so ikaw lang makakasagot.
Okay.
Well, you have the title role, of course, no, Loki. Are you really a curious person? Because, diba, do a lot of, sleuthing dito sa series na to. Are you a curious person, and do you find any similarities as well with Loki's character?
Yeah, thank you for that wonderful question. At first, parang akala ko sarili ko na I wasn't really that curious, and I thought that I was very different or contrast kay Loki Mendez. Kasi nga, Loki is, he's a complex person, he's very layered, and he's very cold, he is mysterious. And at first I thought I was like very different from him. But then habang nag-shoot kami, parang nare-realize ko, and since ang dami na namin nagawang mga scenes, parang eventually, di ko lang kung I've embodied this character or lumalabas na yung side ko ni Loki talaga. And doon ko na-realize na, oh shit, I have these types of personalities within me pala. So parang this project helped me also know more about myself in a deeper sense. So yeah, so may mga similarities din pala kami. And I realized na I'm also curious and I could also be very deep and very emotional at times. Kasi what I always show usually sa public or with my friends or with my family is to parang bubbly, masaya lang, ganun. So yun yung usual personality ko when I'm with other people. But then, there's also a side of me pala that I can sometimes be, what do you call this, parang mysterious or nonchalant. So yun yung mga similarities siguro namin ni Loki that has been has been, kung ano yung na-realize ko habang ginagawa yung project namin. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, moving on po to the Manila Standard. We have Angelica Villanueva.
Hello po, good afternoon here po. My question po is also for Dylan. Sorry, Dylan. Okay, kasi I read before na si author, si Afonso Ibarra is a fan of Sherlock Holmes and Detective Conan. No? So, with the character of Loki, do you consider that the new generations the Detective Conan or Shinichi Kudo? Kasi siya yung older version ni Conan eh. And do you also consider Project Loki as your biggest break? Thank you.
Yes, I believe na this is considered my biggest break kasi nga, first of all, this is my very first lead role, title role. So, first of all, very thankful sa lahat po na nagtitiwala, sa lahat na nagsusuporta, sa lahat ng pagmamahal. With the supporters, with my friends, with my family, with the bosses ng Viva, ng TV5, stages. I'm just very thankful to each and every one of them. And going back to your first question about Sherlock Holmes and Detective Conan.
Do you consider yourself as the modern, the new generations the Detective Conan or Shinichi Kudo?
Wow.
Kasi fan si author ni Detective Conan.
Yes, well, that would be a privilege to be considered as the modern detective. And siguro yun naman yung goal di ba? Is to be remembered as someone na talagang tatatak sa audience. And I would feel flattered kung yun yung may isip ng tao. So each and every one of us wants to just do our best and na mapasaya yung audience kung ano mang klaseng role gagawin natin. So yun lang.
Sorry, pahabang question lang
Sure,
kay author naman ako si Ibarra. So yun nga, I mentioned earlier na parang nabasa ko na fan ka ni Detective Conan. How is it na parang yung series mo naman yung magiging modern naman na Detective Conan? Kasi before parang viewer ka lang na fan of a mystery thriller na anime.
It still feels surreal that one of my works is being adapted into a series, and I used to watch the live action adaptation of Detective Conan and other mystery series like Sherlock Holmes, and I used to wonder how it will feel like kapag na-adapt yung story ko. And now I no longer need to wonder because it's happening, and I'm glad that they chose Dylan to be the titular character for Project Loki, and I hope that not only the fans of the book but also the general audience will appreciate his performances. Hopefully, tama nga yung sinabi na sana makita siya as the modern detective, this modern Philippine version of Sherlock or Conan or Shinichi.
Thank you, and looking forward sa project. Thank you.
Salamat po. Ang susunod na magtatanong ay si Jezreel Ellie, our TikTok content creator. Hi, Jez.
Hello. Hello po. Hi po. First po for Direct, si Andy, and ako si Ibarra offer. Given the creative freedom in adapting a story with millions of fans, nakapag-usap ba kayo like were there any additional plot holes or story elements na kailangan nating i-add kahit hindi siya na-introduce dun sa original story? And same with the cast, no? Like, what personal layers did you bring to your roles that go beyond what was written in the original story?
Sige. Yes, definitely meron po kaming dinagdag just because it's really different pag binabasa siya. Your imagination comes to play, di ba? Parang ang colorful sobra ng utak natin when we're reading. Pero once in-adapt na siya into screen, kailangan natin gawing three-dimensional yung character. The motivations need to make sense. Bakit nga ba nila to ginagawa? And I remember, ito yung pinag-uusapan natin nung una kaming nag-meet ni Rain. Sabi niya, we really, parang he wrote this when you were how old? Around 20 years old. Yun. So, certain nag-mature na rin yung it was coming from a really young writer at that time. So we had to parang, ayun, kailangan namin himas-himasin yung ibang add different layers to the character. Yeah. Ikaw naman magkwento.
I would be the first to admit that my story, when I started writing it or when I wrote it, was very juvenile. It was very amateurish. And the fact that we were able to add more elements in order to cover the plot holes, these logical inconsistencies, is actually great for the series. And I have to give it to the director, to the writing team, and to the webtoon productions kasi we are really trying to improve the source material. Kaya it's not an issue for me kung kailangan bang baguhin to, kailangan ba itagdag to kasi I know that every decision that we make, every decision that Viva makes, every decision that Direct makes, every performance or interpretation that the actors make will create a better output and will improve the source material at the end of the day.
And yun for the cast, if meron ba kayo ingat na personal layers, like for example, portraying Loki, pero pag napanood ko, dapat may tatakbilan, or for Jayda, dapat kita si Jayda dito. Like ano yung mga personal layers na ingat nyo, beyond what was written dun sa character niya.
Okay, this is for all the cast. Yeah?
Yeah, anyone can answer.
Okay, anyone who would like to answer?
Sige ba? Honestly, for me, whenever I play a role siguro, syempre we have to stick to what's written or any description ng character. But as much as possible, you also want to be real, you also want to be authentic. So eventually, dapat kusa rin lumalabas yung kung sino, kung si Dylan, kung dapat lumalabas din yung konting Dylan aside. Kasi yun yung totoo talaga. So it's gonna be a mixture, a combination, a balance in between. So, pero syempre, mas lalabas pa rin dapat, I mean, mas majority na lalabas yung description ni Loki or kung sino mang character niya ipoportray. But as much as possible, you also want to feel present, real, authentic. Yeah, yun lang po. Thank you.
Well, for me, I guess with Lorelai, I'd say in terms of layers to her dito sa live adaptation, I think one thing that we did discuss, diba tayo, Direk and Rain, one thing that we did discuss that we wanted to expound more on is Lorelai's trauma and her backstory of why she is the way she is and how that impacts kung paano siya or paano siya nag-grow as the story progresses, or why she makes certain choices, or why she thinks the way she thinks. And I think dito sa live adaptation, kasi I mean, I know sa book, I did actually ask you questions about yung trauma ni Lorelai because yan yung mga hindi masyadong na-expound on sa book for whatever reason. Pero para sa akin kasi as an actress, specifically for Lori, I think importante siyang aspect dun sa character na yan. And it's not just because dahil lang she is, or her trauma is who she is, it's just a part of who she is. And I think it makes it really interesting as a character to see how she's able to push past that. And sana yung mga nanonood din ma-inspire din na you're more than your past or the struggles that you eventually overcome. So yun, I would say yun nga, yung trauma ni Lorelai is something that we're able to explore more. Ako, in terms of my interpretation of her, although yes, she is quiet and I think what's interesting kasi is she's meant to be more observant and she's very empathetic. But also, one thing that I really enjoy on set is discussing with Garcia on what kind of different choices we can make for each scene in terms of delivery, diba? Ray, we were even discussing with certain things, that sort of thing. So, ayun, just giving her a bit more. I guess, for lack of a better term, siguro parang may konting spunk din in terms of yung bagtagulan nila ni Loki. And I think iyan yung mga isa sa aspeto na feeling ko mas lalo ma-enjoy ng mga fans na mapanood.
Alright, any more wants to answer? Any more takers? Alright. Okay, we are gonna move on now. Rounding off batch 2 of our press, we have Nurs Almo from GMA Entertainment.
Hello. Good afternoon. My question is for Sian, since isa lang, no? Since nakapag-comedy ka na, nakapag-horror ka na, ano yung bagong learning mo dito sa project na to as a director? And may na-experience ka bang challenges or meron nga ba kasi sabi ni Marco, malaki yung budget mo.
Ulit-ulitin ko lang yung sinasabi ko talaga na it's such a blessing na ito po yung mga artists that we're working with dahil they're also passionate. Gusto ko manang simulan po doon. Yes, in terms of yung mga learnings, it's different yung mystery kasi it's very detailed, ang daming kailangang i-cover, and syempre we have to stay faithful to the book. Hindi naman ito pwedeng basta baguhin lang namin, basta mag-adlib na lang kami out of nowhere at mawala na lang kami. So, I think this is connected to what Jazz was saying kanina, na ano yung, ang dami kasi nilang nilalagay na layer, sa totoo lang. The vibe po is sobra silang, aside from yung sabi kong enthusiastic, everyone's very curious and everyone is very matanong in terms of how they should deliver, and they have their own take on how, like let's say for Luther, I had a different attack sana, or I had a different Luther in mind, but when Marco came in and did his interpretation, sabi ko, oh cool, okay, this is how Marco sees it, and this is his, and so this is his take. Sabi ko, yeah, let's go with that. Let's nurture it further. Even for Jayda, and even for Dylan, even for even the Margaret character ni Love, they would all have their versions sa table. So, gawin natin to. Sasabihin ko medyo matagal yan, pero sige, gawin natin. It's hard, pero everyone's game eh. So that's what yun yung energy na nakukuha ko. So yun, maraming learnings in doing the mystery. It's very fun, it's very bloody. Slowly we're incorporating now the action element kasi it's a little bit like Sherlock na parang very dialogue heavy, but with the go signal of the creatives and the go signal of Rain, we can inject more action into Project Loki. Ayun po.
What challenges meron ba?
The challenges, ito yung una. The very first challenge is I didn't know how our leads are to begin with. Parang I didn't know how to approach Dylan. Paano nga ba yung atake ni... How is Dylan as an artist? Kasi, of course, they're the new generation of stars. How is Jayda? Diba? Are they... ano ba sila? Masipag ba sila? Are they the type of actors na gagawin ko lang yung nakasulat dito tapos uuwi na kami? Okay, parang ganon. And even for all the new ones, sina Michael Keith, sina Ivan and si Lara, they're at first yun, it's very intimidating kasi paano nga ba, how do they work? So yun yung mga challenges, but showing the right amount of the right attitude, coming into the set prepared, and ayaw nilang umuwi, gusto nilang magtrabaho eh. Buti pa kayo mataas ang budget sa inyo. No. But yeah, ayaw nilang umuwi. They just wanna work, they just wanna go at it, let's go again. So yun, we have the perfect canvas to paint on.
Okay, thank you.
Ano ko sinabi?
Okay, maraming salamat po, Direk. Okay, now we have a few more batches for today. Our third batch that includes Patrick Fresno, John Fontanilla, World of Drums, and Erwin Ogawa. Ngayon, pakinggan natin our TikTok content creator, Patrick Fresno.
Hello po. Una-una po sa lahat, congrats po sa teaser trailer. Kasi ang ganda ng cinematography, and I would like to commend the TOP. Ang ganda po talaga. So, my first question, ito lang naman yung tanong ko. Para po sa author natin, how hands-on were you during the shooting? May mga kinunsult po ba sila sa inyo? Tsaka present po ba kayo sa set? And if ever, ano ang biggest creative decision na kinakailangan mong pag-isipan ng mabuti to translate sa adaptation?
Okay, first of all, hindi pa ako nakakapunta sa sets, so hindi ko pa nakita yung kung paano yung process ni Direk, kung paano mag-internalize yung mga characters, o yung mga actors rather. Wala pa akong kumbaga input or insights. But syempre, if ever I will be given the chance to visit the set and I would be consulted kung okay ba to or kung ano man, basta I am open to offering my but unless mangyari yun, I would just be happy watching them perform and watching my story unfold in real life, parang ganun. As for the creative decision, the biggest, ang hirap. Parang wala naman yatang super bigat na top of mind na answer, parang wala ako maisip. But siguro yung isa sa mga creative decisions na sinuggest ko sa writer sa team is to gawing college yung mga characters, lalo na yung mga main characters, yung mga side characters, para at least mas appropriate yung age nila for what is going to happen in the books. Kasi dun sa source material, kasi high school sila, and there were comments na nababasa ko during the run of Project Loki na masyado ba silang high school pa lang yung mga to, nagsasolve na ng cases, wala ba silang schoolworks, wala ba silang projects. So I suggested na i-elevate yung kanilang educational level para at least mas appropriate sa edad nila, which is I think nasa 20 plus na yung characters ngayon compared dun sa 16 or 17 sa original. So yun po.
Thank you po.
Alright, very interesting to hear. Thank you so much. Patrick, now from Barangay LSFM at Hatao, we have John Fontanilla.
Congratulations to the cast and Sian. Congratulations. Kay Dylan, Dylan, may ka ba? Kasi malapit na ipalabas yung Project Loki, and then iniisip mo ba kung paano tatanggapin ng mga supporters ng Project Loki yung character mo bilang si Loki?
Yeah. Hello po, thank you for that question. Yes po, syempre mayroon pong kaba. I think it's normal din to feel every time na may bagong project, or may bagong show, or may bagong work, nandun yung kaba. But at the same time, since alam naman namin lahat na each and every one of us is doing our best, nafe-feel namin yung excitement din. So nababalance ng kaba and excitement. And sobrang excited din, sobrang. We're looking forward talaga sa airing. And ayun, sana matuwa ang audience, matuwa ang players, matuwa lahat ng mga manonood sa Viva, sa Signal, and even sa TV5, sa television. So, yun, I'm very excited, and we're all excited for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great, maraming salamat po. Now, our TikTok content creator, let's hear from World of Drums. Over there, in the right corner.
Ayun. So, good afternoon everyone. My question is for the offer, pero congratulations kasi this series looks something new to the Philippines. So, sa mga international na series na parang ganito, nakaka-hook talaga siya. So, I'm very excited for this one. So, for the offer, for the cast to get to know their characters more, did you do a one-on-one on them to get to know their characters, their motivations? Yeah.
I think the first thing that I did regarding their portrayal or their interpretation of the characters is to give them the character sheets based on the book. So they would know kung ano yung background, personality, appearance, and role in the story. So kahit na hindi nila ako makausap, meron sila parang written guide kung ano yung character nila. Next is, I think, if I remember correctly, nung cast reveal, nagkaroon ng session with after the event, nagkaroon ng session with the actors, and then medyo impromptu yun, pero I gave them I gave them some bullet points or insights regarding their character. Like, I remember telling someone here na you are the most important piece of this puzzle. So, everyone's looking forward to your performance. Parang ganun. So, ayun. Ano naman, they are free to interpret the characters the way they want. And kagaya nga ng sinabi ni Direk kanina, the actors here added layers doon sa characters. I think that is a good thing kasi yun nga, nabibigyan pa na, na-flash out pa lalo. And maybe in the books, I wasn't able to do that, but in this adaptation, I think that we will see more fleshed out characters with their backgrounds explored and their personalities expanded.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
Alright, good question. Maraming salamat sa'yo. Now, from Anong Ganap, Erwin Ogawa.
Hi guys, congrats sa new project. So kay Garcia, you've done comedy, you've done horror po. So anong kaibahan naman itong mystery project for you? Anong mga challenges?
Kaibahan po niya is, it's just very, there's no room for parang hindi siya it's not the type of material na pwede ka lang mag-adlib basta-basta. May mga moments na pwede that we can really make it light, pero ganun siya, detalyado kasi siya. And it has such we want to stay as faithful as we can. And yun, sa mystery kasi may mga elements na nilalagay early on, tapos may mga payoff sa dulo. So yun, I think that's the hardest and the most difficult part. And yung masaya din, kasi we're dealing with action, blood, and investigation, interrogation. So yun, maraming plenty of elements like that dito po. Very new para sa akin at the same time.
Okay, congrats in advance, Direk. And sa ibang cast, paano niyo pinaghandaan yung mga characters dito? Nag-research ba kayo? Or may pinanood kayo mga movies? Michael?
Ako na lang po. So, portraying the role of Rhea po, as per getting myself ready to portray the role of Rhea, nag-workshop po kami, nag-aaral po kami to further our skills in acting with the help of MQuest Ventures and of course our mentor, Direk Ryan, with the use of Chabak technique. Ayun po. Also, nire-read po namin nire-read ko po personally yung book since I've read it before pa po, matagal na, 2016, since I'm also a Wattpad reader po talaga. So, sobrang, surreal din po no feeling na dati binabasa ko lang, tapos ngayon I'm one of the characters na nabiyayaan ng ganitong role, ng ganitong opportunity to portray the role of Rhea. And thank you so much po for the trust. And sir, with, of course, Sir Rain, sobrang hands down po talaga. Sobrang fan po talaga ako ng work ni Sir Rain. Ayun, it's an honor and a pleasure to portray the role of Rhea. And yun po, I did my best to really try to bring out the Rhea in me. So, ayun. Sana po, abangan po ng mga tao yung scenes with Rhea.
Thank you. Other cast?
Ako naman po, so as mentioned, in-encourage po talaga kaming lahat na basahin yung book. And aside from that, yung preparation ko po siguro kapag nasa shoot na kami, lagi ko pong kinakausap si Direk Sian kasi nabanggit nga po niya na meron kaming mga sarili naming interpretation habang nagbabasa kami. And from my experience po, sobrang opposite ng interpretation namin ni Direk Sian dun sa character ko. Pero ginawa po, minix po namin yung ideas namin. And I think yun yung best way na na-portray namin yung scene.
Sa collaborative, no?
Yes, super, yeah.
Si Michael naman.
I've only had 2 shooting days for that, so I'm still trying to figure out my character as I go. Pero yung inspiration ko ngayon is, I've been watching a lot of Riverdale. I feel like it has a very, very similar energy and story behind it. And syempre, binabasa ko rin yung book sa Wattpad. Tapos I asked my RM to send me the scripts din para makita ko yung storyline ng show compared sa mga chapters that they're based about. So that's been helping me a lot. And then just spending time with Direk offside, outside, off cam on the side, having little chit chats with him. He's so amazing at creating the space for us and just allowing us to be the characters that we are. So, thank you.
For me, what I did, binasa ko yung book paulit-ulit and I tried to embrace my character as Bastian Montreal. And honestly, sa sobrang pagka-embrace ko, pati sa totoong buhay, nagiging clumsy na rin ako. Pero buti na lang di ako natataba. Yun lang naman. So yeah, that's what I did and yung Media Quest then, they are very hands-on. Nag-provide din sila ng workshop for us and yeah, binabasa yung script again and again. Nanonood din ng movies na related with my role. And yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, and sa kabilang side, skirt.
Ako naman po, I'm playing Stein Alberts. And sa mga readers po dyan,
Yes, may pala.
so sa mga, I can't really say much about my character, pero sa mga readers po dyan, I know you know po. And it's very different sa mga previous roles ko po, and I really like it kasi na-challenge po ako. So bukod po sa binigyan po kami ng character deck, yung description about the character namin, and also in-encourage po kami magbasa ng book. I'm also watching movies na related sa character ko para ma-help din po ako and makakuha din ako ng mga different techniques on how they execute it. Thank you po. Yumi.
Pwede po pa ulit.
How did you prepare for your role?
Okay. Ako naman po kung paano ko po i-prepare yung character ko as Jane Santiago. Yun po, nagbabasa po ako ng libro, yung book namin. Paulit-ulit ko din po siyang binabasa. Siyempre, kapag paulit-ulit po, lalabas po yung creativity po naman. So, ayun, isa din po yun. And preparation ko din po yun sa hair. And inaaral ko din po kung paano ko may lalabas yung character. So, ayun, very excited po sa first day ko po sa shooting. Sana po makapag-shoot na din po ako. And ayun, gusto ko din po magkaroon po ng workshop kahit isang beses lang. Kasi po sobrang complex po ng character ko. So, medyo may pressure and kinakabahan po ako. Kasi gusto ko din po talaga mabigyan yung justice yung character ko po as James Santiago. Yun lang po.
Martin?
Ngayon po. Seriously. Ayun, as Alistair, then, di kami nagkakalayo ng personality Green flag kasi siya, di ba?
Yes.
Walking green flag na. Kidding aside, mostly binabasa ko through players. Kung ano yung tingin nila kay Alistair. Mas nakikinig ako through players. Binabasa ko rin yung book, pero parang mas gusto ko lang pakinggan yung mga fans, yung mga players, kung ano si Alistair, ganyan. Tapos, pinagsasama ko na lang yung thoughts ng fans and through book and sa script, yung description ni Alistair. And ayun, inaaral ko naman. Parang ina-adapt ko na kaya, parang ako na nga siya eh. Di ba magka-birthday kami, Kuya Chris? Ayun, parang feel ko ako na siya. feel na yun. Well, yun lang.
Kina Jayda, main cast.
Well, personally, ako po kung paano ko siya pinaghandaan. Una-una sa lahat, nung pinitch pa lang po yung project na to sa akin, binasa ko agad yung mga books. And aminado naman po ako, I went beyond the reading assignment. Like, I personally really enjoyed immersing myself sa Project Loki universe. So, I finished volumes 1 through 3. And it was really just sort of getting to know the character. Of course, I referenced yung character deck na binigay ni Rain. And also, yes, we've done a couple of workshops with Coach J. Cruz, which has been helpful, and it's a different approach in terms of acting. But I think in terms of preparation, I'll elaborate more in terms of our day-to-day. It's a lot of consultation with Garcia. Ako, personally, I really like to ask in terms of what's his vision for a specific scene or get his insight. So, it's really a collaborative process, and also really knowing, learning the script, kasi gaya nga po, since just to kind of elaborate na, since marami po sa inyo nagtatanong kung ano po talaga din yung mga challenges dito sa project na to. It's very wordy, maraming exposition, it's very informative, so marami din po kayong matututunan sa dialogue in terms of that. So, ayun, so it's learning the dialogue, but then at the same time, you also don't want to over-prepare in that sense, because you want to give yourself that space to feel. So yun siguro. And then, before we do a scene, depende po sa eksena eh, but personally for me, when it comes to more emotional scenes, I kind of isolate a little bit and kind of just internalize kung ano na-feel ni Lori, and kind of reference that, and then also, you know, try to relate it to my experiences in life. So ayun, siguro yun yung mga preparations ko for it. I mean, and also, I mean, in terms of the more physical stuff, like I've had to dye my hair brown again. I had red hair before. I had to get bangs for the role, that sort of thing. So, ayun.
Ayun. Same with my co-actors. Preparations ko din is, of course, reading the book, Project Loki. So I read Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I've also been watching movies and series related to anything related to the genre ng investigation, mystery, crime. And yun nga, just keep on reading the script, keep on reading the book, and just to, para mas maintindihan mo yung character and mas ma-embody mo yung character. And ito ba, may preparation kami ginagawa. Kasi there was this one time, lumabas kami ni Mami, nag-mall kami, kumain kami. Pero the next day may taping, so I had to bring my script with me. Tapos, si Mami na-curious siya. Sabi niya, sige nga, samplean mo ako ng script. Sabi ko, Ma'am, wag dito sa restaurant. Sabi ko, babasahin ko lang konti lang. Kasi she didn't know that it was like, mostly English. Eh, pag nakikipag-usap ako kay Mami, Tagalog. So sabi niya, sige nga, sample mo. So nag-sample ako konti. Tapos sabi niya, grabe na, kaya mong i-memorize yung mga lines, yung mga dialogue. Kasi just like what Jayda said, it's very wordy, daming dialogues. Though it's Taglish naman, I mean, more English, tapos may Tagalog din. So sabi niya, Mami, after namin kumain, sabi niya, punta tayo, healthy options, bili tayo pang memory. Sabi ko, sige ma'am, actually, that's a good idea. Sabi ko, tara ma'am, after nito, bili tayo pang memory. Kasi ako din, like, prepare ako whenever I get the chance to prepare at home to study the script. As in, grabe talaga. I mean, honestly, yeah, 5 pages usually sa isang scene lang. So, grabe talaga. Kailangan talaga mag-prepare. As in, you have to prepare talaga. And you have to just do your best, give your full effort, all out talaga. Para pagdating sa set, di ba, walang delays. Dapat matapos on time para, di ba, walang mga delays na mangyayari. So, matinding preparation, I believe, for each and every character. Hindi yun for the writing, for everyone else. Yun lang po.
Okay, and last, Marco, preparation.
I mean, of course, like everybody said, reading the book is a must. And aside from watching movies, I feel like when I was on set, for some reason, this role kind of like pressured me on bringing it differently from my previous one, because they're kind of similar, authoritative, nonchalant. And then when I saw the script, I wanted to give it a different atake naman. Kasi there's a brotherhood here that it felt like, at the beginning it felt like I was going to be authoritative, not really feeling it, and then eventually, with the help of Derek, we were able to find out that there's still a certain kind of warmth towards his little brother. And, you know, it was nakakapanibago yung style ni Derek sa pagiging collaborative sa set. Kasi sanay naman ako na pupunta ka sa set, i-guide ka ni Derek na this is how I want it. And I remember the first day, he was just, yeah, go for it. Sabi ko, huh? what do you mean, go for it? He's like, let me see how you interpret the character. And of course, being given that responsibility gives you kind of like pressure na pagdating mo sa bahay sa next taping day, ipe-prepare mo sarili mo na may iba't ibang atake ka para pag hindi nag-work yung isa, meron ka nang naka-prepare. And of course, our job as actors, probably the rule that we have, it's like come to the job prepared, knowing your lines. Because when I first saw the script, medyo nagulat din ako, like 10 pages, monologue. What? I mean, it wasn't a monologue, they would reply, pero grabe yun. Medyo matindi yung mga eksena na mahaba yung linya. Madialogue nga. That's the genre that we have now. So, a lot of preparation of the lines, for sure.
Okay, best of luck. I'm sure mga mohawk sa series na to.
Can I just add like din a little something lang? Nakakatuwa like listening to all of them kasi like just to share, lahat sila magkakaibigan dito eh. And kung naririnig nyo naman, kung nakikita nyo naman, ang babait talaga nila, like genuinely, hindi dahil nakaharap sila sa press and sa media, oh mapapakabait kami dito, tapos galit kami sa set. Like what Marco mentioned, there's no drama, which is the camaraderie sa kanila. Like we would, of course, we would set up, gagawin namin yung kailangan namin gawin as production, pero pagkakita namin sa kanila, magkakasama lang sila, kumakain together. So nagtutulungan talaga sila. And just seeing that, it's such a breath of fresh air na, alam mo yun, nagtutulungan, walang pataasan ng ego here. Everyone is lifting each other up, which is yun po yung sana, pinapanalangin ko rin na, amidst all that, I hope it really pours out sa final sa mismong material namin. Pag pinalabas na po kami this Feb 21 po sana, makita niyo po yung camaraderie. And ang babait nila nakaka-amaze lang na parang walang sense of yabang. ni tinge, di ba? So that's such the blessing in working with all of them po.
Thank you, Derek.
All right, thank you, Derek. Thank you, actors. Sir Erwin, now we will jump to our final media outlet for today, and that is, of course, from the Philippine Star, Miss Dolly Ann Carvajal.
Hi. Hi, Jayda. Hi to your mom and dad.
Hello po.
My question, anybody can answer, no? Kasi your project is about mystery, no? You know naman, all of us are slaves to social media now. So, do you still believe in keeping a little mystery, or you have to put it out there? All out there.
Personally, for me, I think it's healthy to leave a little mystery. I think having a sense of privacy pa rin is still important. Well, I mean, to each their own, I suppose. Pero personally, for me, importante pa din, there's that sense that we certain parang boundaries pa din. But at the same time, in terms of how I can only speak with how I present myself. I really would like to present myself authentically as possible, and kumbaga parang what you see is what you get. When you meet me, that sort of thing. I mean, lalo na dito sa industriya to, there's a lot of mga misconceptions, madaming judgmental, kumbaga parang some people are more misunderstood than others. But yun nga, I think, having that sense of mystery is good, a healthy amount, but then at the same time, I think it makes for a good parang payoff po kapag nakilala ka ng mga tao na, ay, ganito pala siya. So, yeah, siguro yun. I would say, yes, it's good to have a little bit of that sense of mystery. It keeps things exciting.
Ang ganda ulit ng sagot ni Jayda. Pero I agree with Jayda. It's healthy, I think, for everyone then to keep a sense of mystery. I mean, ako honestly, I don't really wanna show like all out sa public. I mean, like I don't wanna really show much of myself. But at the same time, parang you also want to be authentic. You also want to be real. You also want to show your true self, diba? Pero same din ang sinabi ni Jayda sa industry. Medyo mahirap din kasi yun nga, may mga misconceptions, iba yung ma-interpret nila sa ipapakita mo ugali, or sa kung ano man ipakita mo, or kung ano mang actions na ipakita mo. So yeah, for me it's okay and it's good to have a sense of mystery. Yun lang. Thank you. Direct.
Yes, definitely have a sense of mystery and laging magtira para sa sarili. Because yun, anything you put out there, it's out na para sa publiko. And you're offer mo na para sa lahat to give their comments. Diba? Some will be positive, some will be negative. So just be, we all have to just be prepared. And it also comes din kasi sa line of work natin na kailangan natin mag-TikTok, kailangan natin sumayaw. Napapasayaw na nga ako minsan, hindi ko lang pinapost kasi nakikita ko sila.
So you was enjoyed ba now as a director than when you were acting? Less intriga ba of director? Wala nang leading ladies.
It's being a director is very fulfilling because at work, magkaiba po talaga siya. It's hard to compare one with the other. Pero it's just my heart is very at peace while directing, seeing all the actors, seeing them grow and seeing them shine. And yun nga, lagi ko sa kanila pinapaalala, huwag yung problemahin na magiging pangit kayo, yung performance niyo. Don't even perform para sa akin or para to anyone. Just give me 10%, just enjoy what it is that you're doing. Yun pa lang po, minsan nag-uusap kami Dylan, bigla kaming nag-iyakan. Ay, naiyak ako. Naiyak ako nang nagkukwento kay Dylan. But parang sabi ko, Dylan, it's just giving me so much joy to see you guys express, mailabas yung mga emosyon na yun on cue sa trabaho na kailangan natin gawin. So yun, definitely there's much fulfillment in creating something. In becoming,
will we see you in front of cameras again soon?
Yes, of course. Nag-audition nga ako sa Project Loki, ayaw lang ako sulatan ni Rain. Rain, sulat mo naman ako dito.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much. And that's it for the Q&A. Let's give everybody a big hand. Thank you to our cast, director, and author for opening up to us. And now I did promise everybody a final group photo with everybody. So kindly form a line again right here in front. At meron po tayong surprise for everybody, kaya wala pong aalis, okay? Muli, we are live on the Viva One Facebook page at TikTok Live. To everybody watching, like, subscribe, share, whatever you do on those social media platforms. Alright, are we good? Adjust lang po, adjust. Thank you so much to all the hardworking production team of Project Loki, everybody here at Viva Cafe. Okay, tingin po tayo sa gitna. Thank you so much. Ngayon naman po, towards the left side of the room, muli, maraming salamat to our dear friends from the press for being here today. Thank you so much. And finally, towards the right side of the room. Alright, we are all good. Maraming salamat po. May we ask everybody on stage, you may now exit. And we will take you into a deeper dive, this time, into the world of Loki. Yes. We will call you out ulit later. I'm sure makausapan natin ang ating cast. Thank you so much, Direk, our author. Thank you, and to our cast, congratulations sa inyo. And now, let us take a look at the mystery that awaits us all. Get ready to dive deeper into the world of Project Loki.
Excuse me, dito po ba yung QED ko?
If you're familiar with the English alphabet and you know how to read, the answer to your question is obvious.
Streaming on Viva One and Signal Play February 21st. At ngayon naman, may inihanda kaming espesyal na performance para sa inyong lahat bilang si Lorelai. Sa Project Loki, she is ready to capture your hearts on the screen and on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jayda!
Sa dilim ay gumagapang Nagmamasid at humaharang Parang di ka makakahakbang Mga panganib Nag-aabang sa iyong paligid Nakikita tayo bang ika'y dahil ipitan ng gabi Lagi mga galing ay mga paderang tayo na masilay Ang pagdala ito ang bagay Ngay parang ano ba sa araw Dinggin ang mga kabata Mga batang tamba Pagkat hindi ito ang mundo Kinakala mo Dinggin ang mga kabata Tingnan ko mga mata Pagkat hindi ito ang mundo Kinakala mo Dinggin ang mga babala Nakatago Katotohanan ay malabo Kung nakakumbir ang bawat ako Paano sa tutuwa Kailangan ko magpapasama Ang wala sa nagaan Naging sapat sa lahat ng panahon Di ko mapapagkasan Kung ginawa ang babala mga batang handa Pagkat hindi ko handa Kinakala mo Hindi na mapabala Kahit na Kinakala mo Hindi na mapabala Pagdating ay Pagkat hindi ito ang mundo Liligtas sa iyo Dinggin ang mga babala Thank you so much.
All right, give it up for Jayda, everybody. Please stay with me here on stage.
Yes, of course.
As we close this show, I know you want to promote a few things, right?
Yes, of course. Well, the song that I just sang is called Babala. I actually wrote it as the official soundtrack of Project Loki, and that's actually out now on all streaming platforms, so please do stream it. And support the show, of course. And abangan nyo yung rest of the OST of Project Loki. And I'd like to take this opportunity to announce that I've written 2 songs for this soundtrack, and I also have an upcoming duet track with Dylan on this track. So sana abangan nyo yan coming very, very soon. And of course, stream Project Loki this February 21.
All right, incredible talent right there. And that concludes our Grand Media Conference for today. I will let you close the show. Ano, kailan lalabas at saan papanoorin ang Project Loki?
Of course, I just want to take this opportunity sa lahat ng friends and members of the press na nandito ngayon. Maraming salamat sa time nyo, and of course, sa mga fandoms na nandito, lalo na sa aking Team Jayda and Jaylen Official. Thank you so much for your support. Abangan nyo ang Project Loki streaming on February 21 on Vivo One and Signal Play. So yun, please spread the word, guys. Malapit na.
Exactly. Don't forget to download the Vivo One app and Signal Play and subscribe. February 21, showing also magkakaroon ng special primer on February 14, Valentine's Day. That is called Project Loki Case Zero. Very, very exciting. Muli, maraming salamat to everybody for being a part of today. Muli, this has been Phoebe Walker. It's been a pleasure to host this for you. Ingat po tayo lahat pa uwi. And see you all very soon. Bye!